Howdy! I'm the history coach of the Aspen Historical Society. Now, if you're watching this, you're already using one of the resources of the Society, either our website or perhaps visiting here at the Holden Maralt Mining and Ranching Museum. But did you know we have another museum in the west end of Aspen? The Wheeler-Stallard House. Located just a few blocks away from the Holden Maralt Museum via the Maralt pedestrian bridge, and a little bit less than a mile from the center of town, the Wheeler-Stallard House was built in 1888 as the private residence of Jerome B. Wheeler, one of the most important figures in Aspen's rich history. Now, your ticket to either museum entitles you to a docent-guided visit at the other, so why not take advantage of that? The Wheeler-Stallard Museum has extensive grounds and gardens. It takes up almost an entire city block, which probably reflects on how much influence Jerome Wheeler had in his day. Many special events, including weddings, receptions, and reunions, are held on these grounds. The museum itself has 2 floors accessible to the public. The ground floor is set up with period furniture, artwork, and photographs. This is not a dusty glass case museum. You may sit in the chairs, put your feet up, and imagine home life during the mining days or subsequent quiet years when Ella Stallard and her family lived here. Try and guess how much her family bought this house for in 1917. Nope, even less than that, but you'll have to come visit to find out. You can also view a short film about the people and spirit of Aspen. While the times and fashions change from year to year, the core of Aspen's community stays true to its love for the city and the valley around it. The second floor of the museum contained the 2008-2009 Aspen Historical Society exhibit, Go West, Young Man, but Park at the Intercept Lot. The exhibit took a sometimes whimsical look at the history of transportation in the always isolated and relatively hard to get to Roaring Fork Valley. You could follow carbon footprints through the room dedicated to human and animal-powered transportation, see an Indian travois, and read first-hand accounts of early settlers. Foot power always came naturally to Aspenites on trail, brick, pavement, or snow. Continuing into the mechanical-powered room, you learned about Aspen's first cars and planes and some early bicycle do's and don'ts. You could leave your opinion on the wall dedicated to the roundabout and 26 votes over the years on the ever-controversial entrance to Aspen. Crossing the hall into the train room, you could see the room dedicated to Aspen's great train race of 1887. Rail access helped turn Aspen into a thriving industrial metropolis of over 12,000 citizens in just a few years. What an amazing place it must have been until the silver crash of 1893 drove most of the miners from town, and the economy switched from the industry of mining to agriculture. By the 1930s, Aspen's population had dwindled to perhaps 700, and people were living in what became known as the quiet years. The automobile gained preeminence, train tracks and trestles were converted to automobile roads and bridges, and Aspen's last train rolled out of town over 40 years ago. Who knows? Maybe someday the railroad will come back. Guarded by high mountain passes and roaring rivers, the obstacles in just getting to Aspen have left their mark on succeeding generations of settlers and travelers. You are just the latest in a long line of adventurers who have made their way to this valley. As you wander through the west end of Aspen, imagining all the feet, hooves, wings, skis, and wheels that have come before you is just another way to connect with and enjoy Aspen's rich heritage.